is back for more, and Graziano is here, and Marcus and Chene, and look at the crew we've put together today. Windman is up early this morning out in Los Angeles, ready to go. Dominique's got a lot to say. We'll get to all of it, and of course, to the crazy day at Augusta. But let's get to the finish of the NBA season first, because now all has been revealed. Clippers, Warriors, what a thriller to decide the final spots in the Western Conference. Steph would score 36. Warriors have a 4-point lead, but James Harden, Chene, bringing them back.
This is everything you expected from James Harden, being able to deliver when it matters most, because when it comes to the postseason, there are question marks, but guess what? This was an exclamation point from him.
He had 39. Zubats had 22. We're tied at 111 late. That's Kawhi for the win, and it's no good. So, Marcus, we're going to overtime. Warriors down by 5, but Steph doing his best to keep them in it.
You know, obviously Steph Curry is Steph Curry, right? Big shots when they counted. But, hey, man, Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, they stepped up big in this one.
Indeed they did. And here's a goaltend on Jimmy Butler in a critical spot. Chene, good call?
I think it's an okay call. I think it's okay.
They would review and confirm it. Clippers a 4-point lead as we work our way down. And now it is Butler inside. They would rescind the foul or overturn it. He had 30. Warriors down by 2. Next, Clippers possession. Watch Jimmy Butler. Marcus, he takes the knee to the quad there.
Definitely. I mean, that's going to be something to watch in that play-in game. Man, they need Jimmy buckets in this one.
He would say he was okay afterwards. You see him limping. He would stay in. Then just over 30 seconds left, Chene. This is tough to watch. Draymond Green down 2.
Some people criticize, should he have the final shot? It was a layup. It was a gimme. That's something he can make in his sleep.
Absolutely. Instead, he misses it and it turns into a nightmare. 6 seconds left. Warriors down by 3. This is their chance. Buddy Hield for the tie. It's up and it's no good. So for the first time in NBA history, we have 4 players score 30 points on the last day of the regular season in the same game. Harden and Kawhi and Curry and Butler. In the end, the Clippers win. They avoid the play-in, and the Warriors do not. This is your Western Conference playoff picture. I'll give you a moment to soak it in. Warriors-Grizzlies is the 7-8 game in the play-in. Clippers-Nuggets will meet in the first round. Kings-Mavericks is the other play-in. Lakers will get the Timberwolves. So you digest that for just a moment, and here we go. Brian Windhorst, as I mentioned, is up early with us from L.A. Windy, give me 2 words that you would use to describe the day for Golden State yesterday.
Not ideal. Not ideal to see Draymond Green try to hunt a foul when you're down by 2 in overtime. Not ideal to have Jimmy Butler play 48 minutes in this game and then suffer a quad contusion. We'll see how he feels. He said after the game he'd play, but let's see how effective he can be. You've already got Steph Curry dealing with a thumb injury, and now you got to come back in 48 hours. Now, the Grizzlies have basically not won a big game for 2 months, but the Warriors have been terrible in the play-in over the course of their history, although Jimmy Butler was great in the play-in in Miami. So really stress this team out. They've done so much for the last 2 months to put themselves in position, and then they couldn't close with the Clippers delivering a tremendous performance on the road on the last day of the season.
Yeah, I mean, the storylines really for both these teams are remarkable, but dealing in the Golden State of it all, a week ago, Marcus, when you were here, we're having a conversation about how, they are a legitimate threat to go to the NBA Finals. Now they're essentially playing for their season this week. How about Golden State?
Golden State, to me, has one issue, and that issue is probably the biggest issue for the West. How valuable are bigs? Because bigs are going to dictate your team's success. Ivica Zubac had 22 and 17. For so many years, the Golden State Warriors, even of the past, have been able to get these great performances from Draymond to minimize their lack of size on the interior. Is this the year where maybe catches up to them? That's my only question. Because other than that, there are a few teams that really have 2 stars that can walk into an arena and scare you. Steph Curry is playing. I mean, he had dagger after dagger. It could have gone their way if the ball bounced that way. And also Jimmy Butler. People forget the impact of Jimmy Butler beyond just Steph Curry's points going from 22 to 27. They were last in free throws. That showed a lack of an aggression from this team. Now, since Jimmy arrived, they're top in free throws. So seeing those dynamics change are great. But more importantly, can they handle not having that big that can stop guys like Zubac?
They got to play tomorrow, by the way. They're in that first night of the wave, the play-in wave. So to Wendy's point, they get no turnaround time really here after playing a crazy overtime game Sunday afternoon and suffering the Butler injury. And yet, having said all of that, Why do you think all of this actually broke well for Steph Curry's team?
To be honest, right, the number 1 and number 2 seeds are OKC and the Rockets, 2 unproven teams. If I'm the Warriors, I'm excited. If I can get past the Grizzlies tomorrow night, I'm excited to play against these two teams that have no veteran. And to your point, centers are non-existent in the playoffs. So I think it's actually a good thing, right, that they don't have no bigs, because Zubac is a good big. Obviously, they got to get to that, right? But centers don't play in the playoff. I think Draymond Green opens up the floor for them. But if I'm the Warriors and I get past the Grizzlies, I'm feeling really good about my matchup with the Rockets. I'm sitting back and I'm chomping at the bit.
Do you know where Chiney is from?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, chill, I'm from the A's.
Yeah.
But still, I do think that my Houston Rockets are ahead of schedule. But the only place I disagree is the Oklahoma City Thunder. While they have not won it all, while this team is still young, they still have proven to have one of the best defenses we've ever seen. They probably have the MVP. They have multiple All-Stars. I think that, most teams are worried to go up against the Thunder.
To be clear, Golden State is as far away from them right now as you can be, right? They're going to get into the bracket with they have to get out of the play-in, right, Winman? And then they will go up against Houston. If someone were to say that's a better matchup for them than it would have been if they had been the 6th seed, which is what would have happened most likely if they'd won yesterday and played the Lakers. So to Marcus's point, maybe this was the better result for them in the big picture. What would you say to that, Winman?
I appreciate him saying that, because that's how I think probably some of their players are feeling. They may not say that. I will say, though, the reason that they're in the play-in is because Houston came in last week and beat them in Golden State. So the Rockets will have a lot of confidence in that game. But yes, the Thunder and the Rockets are unproven. The players in this tournament with the rings are in the back half of the draw. So obviously the Warriors are a team that has rings. They believe in it.
All right, so the regular season is behind us. The play-in is tomorrow. We will have
the WNBA draft tonight from New York City right here on ESPN. The Dallas Wings have the first overall pick. They can go ahead and make it now. It's going to be Paige Bueckers, fresh off her first national title, signing then with Unrivaled, the offseason league. Bueckers fully expected to be the top pick tonight. The Wings finished second to last in league standings last year, winning only 9 games and losing 31. Paige going to be an immediate help to them. Chiney, back with us. How does Paige's game fit at the WNBA level, Chiney?
If you're doing a puzzle, you have that final piece, you feel that gratification, you put that final piece in and it just clicks. That's Paige Bueckers entering the WNBA. She is one of the most efficient guards the game has ever seen. She's a 3-level scorer. And what I love about her is that she can do it multiple ways. Gino implored her to have big games. What does she do in the tournament? Drop 30, 40, then 30. Or she can play off ball. She doesn't need the ball in her hand to be effective. You see right there, knocking it down with her size around 6 feet. She has a tough mid-range and, of course, a lethal 3. So I'm looking forward to Paige Bueckers and all that she brings in the W.
Definitely. Dallas going to be certainly excited, from a future top pick to last year's top pick, and Caitlin Clark gearing up for her second year with the Fever. After a playoff appearance last year, what should we expect from Clark and the Fever this upcoming season?
I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but the Indiana Fever, they can win it all. They surrounded Caitlin Clark with championship pedigree. They already had multiple All-Stars in Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. They had a great core. Then you add DeWanna Bonner, a 6-time All-Star, and I believe like a multiple 2-time champion. Natasha Howard, a 2-time All-Star, multiple-time WNBA champion. They have a squad. Sophie Cunningham, Bree Turner, they are stacked. And so I'm excited to see what the Indiana Fever do. And I love that there's not necessarily so much pressure on Caitlin. She's surrounded by top-tier WNBA players. This is a team that can make it to the WNBA Finals.
They were in the playoffs last season, got a new coach, got all of those new pieces, excited for the season to start. Chiney, much appreciated.
Yo, what's going on, peoples? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, S. Dot. And if you made it this far, you made it to your Sports Minute, where we chop it up about the world of sports. And of course, the Warriors did lose. It's sad to say that they did, but we're going to get into the details of that real soon. But first of all, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment to let your voice be heard. So before we get into the details, everybody does know that the Clippers were on a 7-game winning streak. They were balling out of control, man. I mean, they went into that game knowing that they were going to win. They got James Harden balling like he was his old self. They got Kawhi Leonard healthy, and when you know you got Kawhi Leonard healthy, he's almost unstoppable. But let me just say this, man. Right now in the Western Conference playoffs, in the play-in tournament, because the Warriors did lose, you got them facing the Grizzlies. Now, you got a Steph Curry coming into a tournament with an injured thumb. You got Jimmy Butler going out there playing almost the entire game, if not the entire game, and getting I think it was a right knee contusion or something like that. He banged knees with Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi Leonard went to the bucket. And then, most of all, like we stated, Draymond Green gonna do what Draymond Green gonna do. Draymond is one of the best defensive players in the NBA. But let me just tell you, he is the reason the Warriors will lose. Why in the world was Draymond chosen as the person to take the last shot? Did you see that shot? That shot was terrible. That shot was horrible, man. He tried to rest on the refs giving him a foul instead of going straight up to the bucket like a man is supposed to and get 2 points. I mean, you a big man. You a big man underneath the bucket. What are you doing trying to catch a foul? Like that's not what you rest on in games like this. But like we stated, Draymond he's either gonna act out, get some kind of crazy foul, technical, or whatever have you, or either he's going to take a retarded shot like this. I mean, come on, you got Steph hitting almost 38 points. Let's check this out. Let me see if I can find these stats, man. You got Steph Curry with 36 points, 6 assists. Jimmy Butler playing 48 minutes with 30 points and 9 assists, and you got Draymond Green with 14 points. I mean, now the Clippers have clinched the 5th seed, and they won 124-119 convincingly in overtime. You feel me? There were a lot of shots that were taken in overtime that shouldn't have been had. Everybody knows Draymond shouldn't have taken the last shot because that was everybody knows Steph Curry should have had the ball in the last minutes of the game. I don't even know why he was even put in that position because he did exactly what we expected him to do. Muff it up. But anyway, I mean, man, give me y'all thoughts on this, man. I mean, what you guys think about that game? I mean, did you think Draymond should have taken that last shot? What do you think they're gonna look like playing against the Grizzlies? Because that's who their opponent is going to be. So you got two of your main players coming off of a overtime game against the Clippers, injured. Jimmy Butler injured. Steph Curry injured. Draymond Green not knowing what the hell he doing. Like, give me your comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about that, man. You think the Warriors are going to be able to handle Ja Morant and them Grizzlies? Because I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm taking the Grizzlies over the Warriors. Some might say, oh, that's a stupid call. But let me just tell you, I'm only going by what I see. And I called this game the day before yesterday, the Warriors losing to the Clippers. I called that. So for sure, man, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the Warriors facing the Grizzlies coming up. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, hey, look, these Warriors, man. I think they're gonna fall to the Grizzlies. I think the Warriors are gonna fall to the Grizzlies because I think Ja Morant is on another level right now. I think he's. I mean, come on, the Grizzlies. They are the next coming of a team that's going to be on the rise. You got Ja Morant out here doing things that got us in the TV like, did he really do that? You got him banging it on big men. You got him throwing assists. You got him dropping 30 points a game. Like, I mean, the whole thing with the grenade launches and the gun gestures, that's just antics. But let's keep it focused on basketball. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. All that other stuff is just for show. But Ja's meant for the league. He's not really a big man or per se a tall person, but he sure does play like that. Last person I checked that played like that, like with all that heart, was Kobe. But they're out here talking about you need a big. You need a big in order to win these big games. A big man. I'm down with the whole 3-point shooting thing. That's cool and all. But in games like this, you definitely need a big man in order to win these big games. You saw the tall center for the Lakers. I mean, for the Clippers. What was his name? Zujic, I think it was, or something like that. Don't quote me. Let me know in the comments what his name was. But he was huge that game. He was huge that game against the Warriors. I think he dropped like 20-something points. You know what I'm saying? On Draymond. But, yeah, man. Y'all hit me up in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Is this going to be a good look for the Warriors? Will they make it out of this tournament? Or will they not? Because I'm trying to tell you right now, I think not. I think they're not going to make it out of the tournament. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to lose in the first round to the Grizzlies. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be a convincing game. They're not going to like blow them out or anything like that. But it's going to be a tough game for the Warriors to win against the Grizzlies, bro. I mean, you got a lot of injured players. You got a lot of tired players. You got Jimmy Butler playing every minute of the game. Like, that's not smart. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. Let's check out the you know what, in second thought, you guys hit up the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about this whole tournament thing. Let me know who y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Who y'all got winning the in-game tournament. And who y'all got coming out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, OKC all day. We sitting around waiting on, I think it's like the 3rd seed or something like that. Yeah. No. It's the 8th seed. Right now, the Thunder is number 1. They got the 8th seed in the play-in tournament. And then the Rockets got the number 2 seed. I mean, they got the number 2 seed, but they got the 7th seed in the play-in tournament. So, yeah, man. That's what it is. You got the Kings against the Mavericks, the Warriors against the Grizzlies. Thunder got the 8th. Nuggets against the Clippers. The Lakers got the Timberwolves, of course, which I think Ant-Man is gonna step that up. I think he gonna crush the Lakers, but who knows? I'm always optimistic. And you got the Rockets and the with the 7th seed. So for sure, man, we appreciate y'all for making it this far. Go ahead and don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and most of all, please let your voice be heard and leave a comment. We appreciate y'all making it this far, man. And just come back and check us out for the next round. We catch y'all on the next one. Peace.